Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're from Tokyo. Welcome to our side event of MOP32, embodying the life cycle management of fluorocarbons, moving forward with the initiative on fluorocarbons life cycle management, IFL, operationalizing the concept into actions. My name is Makoto Kato. I am from the Overseas Environmental Cooperation Center, Japan. I'm happy to serve as the moderator of this event today. It has been almost 1 year since the establishment of the Fluorocarbon Initiative. And then since the launch of the initiative, the Ministry of the Environment, Japan, and its partner countries and organizations have engaged in discussions for operationalizing the aim into actions through discussions and stakeholder consultations. Now, members have developed a work plan proposal for IFL 2021, and they have been engaged also wider participation and then seeking for potential partners. In this side event, we are having excellent speakers to present their actions under these initiatives, and also we are having a draft work plan to be presented today. So today, we are having 1 hour session to introduce our activities.
As a start, we have received a very kind message from His Excellency Mr. SASAGAWA Hiroyoshi, the State Ministry of the Environment of Japan. We're listening to his message. Please have a look at this.
皆さん、こんにちは。日本の環境副大臣の笹川博之です。本日は、フローロカーボンイニシアチブおよび CCAC の主催するイベントにご参加をいただきありがとうございます。今回のイベントは、新型コロナウイルスの流行により、オンラインでの開催となります。直接顔を合わせることができず、残念ですが、皆さんがそれぞれの場所でお元気でいらっしゃることを記念しています。本年10月、菅新総理大臣は2050年まで温室効果ガスの排出を全体としてゼロにする、すなわち脱炭素社会の実現を目指すことを宣言しました。もはや温暖化への対応は経済成長の制約ではありません。産業構造や経済社会の変革をもたらし、大きな成長につながるという発想の転換を進め、経済と環境の好循環を作り出してまいります。また、さまざまな国際的なイニシアチブを通じて、全世界での温室効果ガスの排出削減にも貢献する所存です。気候変動の脅威が激化する現在、冷凍空調部門、クーリングセクターの果たす役割はさらに重要性を増してきます。冷凍空調は熱中症を防ぎ、食べ物を新鮮に保ち、人々が健康に働き、生産性を高めることに寄与します。さらに、コロナ禍の現在においては、ワクチンを安全に安定的に輸送するコールドチェーンの必要性もこれまで以上に高まっています。フローロカーボンはこういった冷凍空調機器の冷媒として使用され、人類に恩恵をもたらす一方で、管理されずに大気放出されれば強い温室効果をもたらします。しかし、世界の大半の国では、その対策が講じられていません。こうしたことに強い危機感を覚え、日本の環境省は昨年12月、スペイン・マドリッドで行われた COP25 において、フローロカーボンイニシアチブの設立を宣言しました。フローロカーボンイニシアチブは、フローロカーボンのライフサイクルの管理の重要性を世界に訴え、共に具体的なアクションを起こす取り組みです。設立から約1年が経ちました。フローロカーボンイニシアチブのパートナーは国・機関で13、民間企業で15人まで増えました。10月には日本、ベトナム両首脳の前で、ベトナムの環境資源大臣からフローロカーボンイニシアチブへの 正式な賛同表明が行われました。これまでのパートナーの皆様のご支援、ご協力に感謝いたします。今回のサイドイベントにおいては、2021年活動計画を公表します。活動計画の作成にあたっては、賛同国、機関から多くのインプットをいただきました。フローロカーボンイニシアティブの2年目の活動は、パートナーとの連携をより一層強め、具体的で重層的な活動をしていきます。クーリングセクターの急増する需要を前に、私は今こそが行動の時だと思います。フローロカーボンイニシアティブのパートナーの皆さん、これからも共に世界の排出削減を牽引していきましょう。よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much, Mr. Sasagawa. His message was very powerful and also very encouraging for us to move forward. Now, as the first presenter, I would like to invite Ms. Toyozumi Asako, Director of Office of Fluorocarbon Control Policy of the Ministry of the Environment, Japan. She's introducing a draft 2021 work plan of the Initiative on Fluorocarbon Life Cycle Management, or IFL. Toyozumi-san, please.
Thank you, Kato-san. And good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, depending on wherever you are. I'm Toyozumi Asako, Director of the Office of Fluorocarbon Control Policy of the Ministry of the Environment, Japan. First of all, I echo our gratitude for all of you who joined today's webinar.
Today, I would like to introduce Draft 2021 Work Plan of the Initiative on Fluorocarbon Life Cycle Management, or IFL.
Here are outlines of my presentation. Before I start my presentation, I would like to draw your attention to the picture taken by my colleague. It shows the current autumn leaves in Japan. We wish that they will come back soon when we overcome the COVID-19 crisis so that we can visit those places and meet in person. Now, I'm moving to introduce the IFL. Firstly, I need to revisit the importance of addressing the fluorocarbon banks. As shown in the graphic above, the global stock of air conditioners is expected to increase in a massive scale, which will dramatically increase the global refrigerant demand. Even with the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol, about 2 billion tons CO2 equivalent HFCs will be emitted in the atmosphere annually in 2030. We believe that we cannot and should not leave this growing fluorocarbons back alone because we need to continue tackling climate change. To address this issue, the life cycle management is the key approach to take. So we launched the initiative on Fluorocarbons Life Cycle Management to advance the effort. Life cycle management means to reduce consumption, to block leakage in use, to recover, destroy, and facilitate recycling of fluorocarbons. Also, we promote introducing low GWP and natural refrigerants. The first areas, need to be addressed. So we are collaborating with partners who already take active roles in some areas, especially at the control of production and consumption. The IFL focuses mostly on the maintenance, recovery, recycle, and destruction of fluorocarbons. In last December, the IFL was launched by Japan at the UNFCCC's COP25. Now we are happy to work with 13 countries and international organizations and 15 partners from the Japanese private sectors. This year, we hosted and participated in several events to promote a view and to engage in dialogue with our partners. Today, we are pleased to present a draft 2021 IFL work plan. Since its launch, we have invested our time to communicate and discuss the operational activities of the IFL while implementing early actions in parallel. To develop this work plan, we have received significant contributions and support from IFL partners. So the outline of the draft work plan I present here is a collective proposal by the IFL partners. First, I would like to touch upon overarching activities and outreach. In the next year, we are planning to host 2 international side events at the MOP and the UNFCCC COP26. I'd like to share a bit of input from our partners. For overarching activities, the Efficient Cooling Initiative and the IFL may organize some events together. We always appreciate constructive collaboration with the ECI and the CCAC. Also, the IFL and its partners will endeavor to disseminate information at various occasions of international and domestic meetings and with other practical channels. National actions and private sector engagement are fundamentally important, and the IFL partners will endeavor in planning and implementing national actions such as listed here, conducting feasibility studies and demonstration projects, and accelerating private sector engagement. Many partners already expressed their plan to revise and further implement domestic policies and regulations. To add on, some partners share their unique schemes such as taxation and product stewardship scheme. Also, the private sector engagement is crucial. I understand many of our private sector partners and stakeholders have participated in today's side event, which is quite a good example, but the partners will go further to work with the private sector. Cooperation and support are one of our pillars in the plan. It is essential for those partners from developing countries in particular. We have laid out key components of activities such as capacity building activities for strengthening national actions, feasibility studies and demonstration projects, access to multilateral funds. In this regard, our developing country partners express their capacity gaps and needs. To meet those demands, developed country partners and international organizations also have taken proactive steps to design the support that covers all for our work plan for the next year. Needless to say, each partner will work tirelessly to advance the Fluorocarbons Life Cycle Management. And we hope that the IFL can serve as a medium to share information and also to facilitate partners' effort. Having today's final reflection by distinguished participants, we will finalize the 2021 work plan and share it with you and on our website. If you are interested in the IFL, you are very much welcome to contact us. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the side event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Toyozumi. It's been very nice to hear from your side about the draft work plan of Fluorocarbon Initiative. Now, I would like to invite the next presenter, Ms. Clarisse Yvonne, Climate and Clean Air Coalition, or CCAC, and also she's engaged in Efficient Cooling Initiative, ECI. She is originally from the Ministry of the Ecological and Transition, France. Clarisse, please.
Thank you, Makoto. Greetings from Paris to all. So thank you to Japan for inviting me to speak about the efficient cooling initiative in the context also of the Japanese initiative on fluorocarbon life cycle management. So I would like to present the work plan of the CCAC efficient cooling initiative, as France is one of the lead partners with Japan as well. So in 2019, next slide, please. Thank you. In 2019, France has used its G7 presidency to highlight the potential of a smart transition of the cooling sector by considering a dual approach. So first, by phasing down HFCs in accordance with the Kigali Amendment and replacing these refrigerants with natural and low GWP refrigerants. This could avoid up to 0.4 degrees Celsius of global warming by the end of the century. And also by improving energy efficiency in parallel, we could have doubled the climate benefits and avoid up to 0.8 degrees Celsius of global warming, which is huge when we want to stay below 1.5 degrees Celsius. So that is why France launched the political Biarritz Pledge for fast action on efficient cooling at the occasion of the G7 summit, and also the CCAC Efficient Cooling Initiative. So the Efficient Cooling Initiative is co-led by France, Japan, UNEP, and IGSD. Next, please. Next. Thank you. Both the Biarritz Pledge and the CCAC Initiative aim to share lessons learned, facilitate market penetration of climate-friendly alternative and efficient solution, and identify additional financing for improvements in energy efficiency in the cooling sector, beyond activities already covered by the Montreal Protocol and its multilateral funds. So both are meant to keep high-level attention to the imperative of transitioning this sector, whose smart transition can play an important role to respect and achieve the objectives of the Paris Agreements. So as regards the work plan for the Efficient Cooling Initiative in the coming year, so 2021, we have identified 4 main areas through close consultation with our partners and collaborating organizations, and among them, of course, Japan. So first of all, we have a campaign, a focus area on capitalizing climate-friendly and efficient cooling. So one of the main focuses of this campaign would be on identifying additional resources to assist developing countries to enhance energy efficiency while phasing down HFCs. For that, we would like to bring together all the relevant actors. So, of course, the MLF, the Green Climate Fund, the regional development banks, and the private sector and civil society. Secondly, we want to focus on the recovery to the current crisis. We think, well, the recovery plans offer a huge opportunity for build back better, greener, and put climate action at the center. So of course, the cooling sector should not be forgotten in the recovery plans. So the CCAC Efficient Cooling Initiative is working with the Cool Coalition on a brief about the solution that can be considered in the recovery plans. The brief will be based on case studies provided by countries, local governments, and companies. And this brief should be published very soon, probably at the beginning of next year. So third focus is on cold chain, both for food preservation and also for medicines and vaccines. As it was highlighted by Mr. SASAGAWA in the introduction, the issue of cold chain will be crucial for delivering safely vaccines for COVID-19. So the importance of an efficient cold chain was also highlighted last year in the Rome Declaration at MOP32. It was launched by Italy. So on this campaign, we will also collaborate with the International Solar Alliance, the Global Food Cold Chain Council, the Cool Coalition, UNSCAP, among others. At last but not least, we will work on fluorocarbon life cycle management in very close collaboration with IFL and Japan. as it was highlighted before, working on regular checks, recovery, destruction of refrigerants can add additional climate benefits by reducing emissions. And also it promotes a circular economy, which is very important. So for each theme, we would like to organize at least one technical workshop or side event, like we are doing today, one high-level roundtable, and one case study or assessment report. But of course, we will need to adjust, in particular for the format, in the light of 2021 and the evolution of the pandemic. Next, please. On cold chain, I would like also to flag that we recently had the approval for a pilot project on cold chain, solar cold chain. It aims at testing the business case and monitoring impact of solar cooling hub for small farms in Nigeria, and it will be implemented by with ISA as well. So with the 4 focus areas and the whole objectives of the CCAC efficient cooling, we aim to address cooling with all its components and keep the subject high in the agenda. For that, collaborating with other initiatives is essential. And to name just a few, of course, the Initiative on Fluorocarbon Life Cycle Management, led by Japan, the Coalition, coordinated by UNEP or ISA, it is really essential. We are convinced that a coordination between state and non-state actors is the key to speed up collective efforts and on climate action and environment, and this constitutes also an incredible source of concrete solutions and also innovation. So that's, well, this is really important for us. Thank you for your attention, and over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clarice, for a nice presentation. We're very much excited to work with you, especially IFL and also ECI. I think this is a wonderful collaboration between the 2 initiatives. Now, I would like to turn on to the question and answer session quickly to the 2 speakers. Those who are watching this side events as an audience, well, you are invited to send your questions through chat functions. If you are sending for chat function, well, I will pick up your question and then throw those questions to the speakers. But for the time being, I would like to start my question to Ms. Toyozumi. So you presented for IFL work plan. I think that was exciting, and then there are lots of good elements. But what activities do you wish to put center from different activities in the IFL work plan? Ms. Toyozumi, please.
Thank you, Kato-san. For IFL, I think the collaboration is very important, as Clarice just kindly mentioned. We would like to enhance the communications, which is very difficult at this time under the COVID-19 crisis. But I think the collaboration is very, very important, and we would like to hold meetings, both public sectors and with private sectors, hopefully in person. And we would like to advocate the importance of life cycle management of fluorocarbon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, that's very encouraging. Very nice. Now, I would like to give a question to Clarice. You see the collaboration between efficient cooling initiative and also IFL. So especially in this situation, what do you see is the most important activities for? Do you want to address particular issue, or would you like to emphasize particular approach for here? Clarice, please.
Well, I think collaborating with IFL is very important because, well, you are dealing with the part, I would say, on equipment in use. The IFL initiative is about maintenance, regular checks, trying to avoid leakages, and also recovery of the refrigerants in the end and their destruction. So this is essential. Whereas in the efficient cooling initiative, we are dealing with energy efficiency in order to increase the climate benefits by reducing energy consumption. And we know that, and it was also highlighted during this side event, we know that cooling is going to increase over the years, and it will bring also a very important increase in energy consumption. So we need to tackle this by working on different levels, not only on refrigerant, not only on energy efficiency, and we need to have like a holistic approach on cooling. Not work in silos, and I think by collaborating with IFL, we can do that. So that's important for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think this is quite valuable comments for us to make a big progress in this situation, especially people are talking about the green recovery as well. So I think your approach and the two initiatives can work hand in hand. So I think this is quite encouraging ways to work together. Okay, I have actually two questions here, or three questions. Well, there are questions are coming up. So I would like to pick only one, and then after that, we come back to your question. But I think one key important questions from Norway colleagues, I think we are actually working on the strategic plan until 2030 under the CCAC. So is it possible for us to reflect how perspective can be covered, how activities can be covered in the strategic plan? I think this question goes to Ms. Toyozumi, and also perhaps Clarisse, would you like to add something? So maybe first, I would like to have Toyozumi-san's response on this matter.
Thank you, Kato-san. I understand that the strategic plan for 2030 is under almost developed, and then and next year I believe that the actual activity plan will be developed, and the element of life cycle management of the fluorocarbons, we wish that to be included in the actual activity plan for CCAC.
Thank you very much, Toyozumi-san. Clarisse, would you like to also add something in this regard?
Yes, thank you. So indeed, the CCAC is working on its new strategy for 2022 to 2030. Sorry, and what will change is that we will have like hubs, sectoral hubs. So cooling, in principle, will be handled within a cooling hub, which will be more which will be broader. So we will be able to work on refrigerants, also on energy efficiency, and also life cycle. So I think it's going to be very interesting to have this approach on cooling, and not work in silos. As I was previously mentioning, it's important to have a complete view on the sector. So we are looking forward to beginning discussing about this next year, and preparing the framework for this cooling hub.
Thank you very much, Clarisse. Well, I think it's in a way, this is a very exciting moment for all of us, because initiatives are making new proposal, and also strategic plan is coming up. So I think this is really a nice, good moment for us to make a very big step to control fluorocarbon management.